we are trying to hold local police departments accountable when they make a mistake and actually pick up a U.S. citizen, and then they end up getting thrown in jail. Angie was with a friend who, in fact, was undocumented. She didn't realize that the individual was undocumented.
And I was with my friend Joel. He's from Honduras, and we had just exited a grocery store.
And as they're leaving, they are pulled over by a police officer because apparently she hasn't turned on her headlights. It is dusk. It was not an inappropriate stop. It's okay for the police officer to say, hey, ma'am, you should turn on your lights. But he didn't do that. In fact, he starts aggressively questioning Angie and her passenger.
He asked for my information, which I had everything. And as soon as he saw my friend, he asked my friend for an ID. And my friend did not have an ID.
It turns out that both of them end up getting taken to jail on suspicion that they are undocumented immigrants, even though Angie Davia very clearly told the police officer that she is in this country lawfully, and she spent the night in jail, which is really a pretty horrible thing to happen to an individual.
I had never dealt with something like that ever, because where I come from is mainly Hispanics, so I had never dealt with racism before.
The federal government over the last decade or so has become more aggressive in trying to apprehend undocumented immigrants. And they don't always do such a good job. And one of the things that we've seen across the country and also in Pennsylvania is that in some municipalities, the police decide that they want to join the effort and they get quite aggressive. They end up stopping a lot of people. And how do you know that someone's a foreigner? Right? They either look or sound foreign. In the Galarza case, he actually was picked up with a number of other individuals on suspected drug dealing. Now, there was nothing to those charges. They were all dismissed or withdrawn, but when it was time for him to get released, which is after a day in jail, he is held longer because the federal government says, aha, we've got one of these illegals here, and the Allentown police keep him there, and the Lehigh County Jail keeps him there, and we had the Court of Appeals actually rule that the Lehigh County Jail could be on the hook for mistakenly detaining Mr. Galarza. We're hoping to get a similar result on behalf of Angie Davia out here in Allegheny County.